Shen King looked at her mother with an unknowing look. Though she was unwilling, she still obediently kept her mouth shut, despite not understanding what was wrong with Shen Miao's words. Upon seeing Chen Ruqia's nervous expression, Shen Yue became aware of what was going on, and so she stood in place respectfully and no longer spoke. Old Shen Furin's brows tightened. Even though she had followed old General Shen for so many years, she did not know the intricate twists and turns of the official circles, as her sights were confined to the skies between the four walls of the courtyard. How could she understand the meaning behind Shen Miao's words? She only felt that Shen Miao ate the wrong medication today and repeatedly contradicted her to such a degree that she felt offended and wanted to blow up in anger. Little Five's words are not wrong. Ren Wanyan smiled and interrupted when old Shen Furin was about to lash out. This was originally a misunderstanding. How could the matter of the main hall be spread to the inner courtyard? This was all a coincidence. His Highness Prince Dine is broad-minded and would not take such a small matter to heart. It was all a misunderstanding. It is unfortunate for our little Five who fell into the water and got a shock. You have suffered a lot. Old Shen Furin had opened her mouth and was somewhat dissatisfied with her second daughter-in-law for interrupting her. But Ren Wanyan's family was Ming Qi's famous merchant family, and many times the daily cost was subsidized by this daughter-in-law. Even though she was not satisfied, she could not offend her. She immediately rumphed coldly but did not continue on. Chen Ruqia seemed to be aware of it and also went along with Ren Wanyan's words. That is precisely so. In the future, Yuer and Kinger must never mention the words from before. It was little Five that fell into the water accidentally and was coincidentally seen by His Highness Prince Ding. There are such coincidences in the world. She smiled towards Shen Miao. Little Five, old Furin feels anguished for you and is not truly angry. Shen Miao looked at the female in front of her. Shen Yue took after Chen Ruqia so much that even her temperament was the same. Chen Ruqia was born in a family of scholars, and thus she was a graceful beauty who was usually soft and gentle when walking or talking, and was beautiful but not frivolous. Such a female with a literary sense was also a good partner. But who knew what would happen later? Later, a Hong Nu came over to request a marriage alliance, and there was only one age-appropriate princess, Wan Yu. Chen Ruqia said that Shen Yue was older and a marriage alliance was also a marriage, so she was willing to marry the Hong Nu. But Shen Yue was not a princess, so Fu Shu Yi conferred Shen Yue the title of Princess Yiru so that it was justifiable for her to be in a marriage alliance with the Hong Nu. But ultimately the one who was married off was her Wan Yu. Wan Yu died on the way to the marriage, and Wan Yu's princess's residence was given to Princess Yiru. As such, Princess Yiru was expected to receive everything of Wan Yu's. Her Wan Yu was not even 16 years old. Shen Miao closed her eyes. If one said that Chen Ruqia did not put any effort into this matter, Chen Ruqia herself would also not believe it. But one would fear that Chen Ruqia had already reached an agreement with Mai Furin, and the main reason was to let her think that there was hope, only to then shatter that hope herself. Chen Ruoqia's smile stiffened. She saw fifth young lady looking at her. That round face, round eyes, and round nose, coupled with the timid appearance, used to easily leave an impression of stupidity and foolishness. But now, it was otherwise. She did not know when the timid appearance had disappeared to be replaced with solemnness. Not quite a sudden pressure of seriousness, but it was a slight feeling of distance. There was a moment when Chen Ruqia suddenly felt that the person in front of her was not the stupid and foolish daughter of the first household, but some mistress of higher status and power, the kind that would make smarter and sharper people shiver. In the next second, one could see that the young female shifted her gaze. I believe that third Shenshen also feels that little Five is not wrong. Chen Ruqia was surprised for a moment before she looked at the displeasure of the old Furin sitting at a higher level and said reluctantly, "Be that as it may, it was really too careless of little Five to fall into the pond. How do the few maids beside you take care of people? Eldest brother and eldest sister-in-law?" are not by one side, so the maids started to bully the masters. According to what Shen sees, it would be better to replace these maids. A laugh escaped from Ren Yun with a pukai sound. Chen Ruqia glared at her somewhat angrily and a sneer formed on Ren Yun's lips. This Demei of hers looked like a well-educated person, but her heart was extremely shrewd. These kind of words could only be used to deceive that foolish Shen Miao. She most likely wanted to change the people by Shen Miao's side. By now Shen Yue had also reached the age where others would start paying attention, and in the capital, no matter how far Shen Miao's foolish or stupid reputation has spread, in terms of status, Shen Yue's was unable to be compared to Shen Miao's. After all, Shen still held the military power in his hands. Consequently, the third household was also ready to create trouble. Shen Miao lowered her head. Gu Yu and the rest are father and mother's people. Why would third Shen want to replace them? At present there are many personnel changes in the West Courtyard. Just a few days ago, a batch of second rank maids were sent over and fifth lady did not recognize a single one. If Gu Yu and the rest are changed, then fifth lady would not know who to talk to in the West Courtyard. Ren Yu's smile stopped short. In the West Courtyard, because Shen and his wife were not in the capital most of the year, many of the maids in the courtyard had been changed. There were old Furins, second households, and third households people, but because the second household was managing the family, naturally, there were more people from the second household. If these words were not said, it would be better, but if it was spread to outsiders that the daughter of the first household did not know a single servant in her own courtyard, what intentions did the second and third household have? There was no logic that a younger sister-in-law could intervene in the courtyard of the eldest brother. Her brain started to turn quickly as she smiled, giving Chen Ruqia a look before saying to Shen Miao, "Your third Shen is joking with you. Gu Yu and the few maids are just careless and sloppy, but we, the Shen family, are benevolent and cannot bear to do such inhuman things. Little five must not be anxious." The words at the end choked Chen Ruqia. Shen Yuanbo looked at his mother and then looked over at Chen Ruqia before yawning. Old Shen Furin was getting impatient with her own second and third daughters-in-law when she saw the scene and said, "That's enough. It's only some trivial matter. Second son's family, carry seventh son over and then disperse. So many people making so much noise that it makes one's head dizzy." Ren Yu quickly carried Shen Yuanbo to old Shen Furin's couch and said, "Mother, these daughters-in-law will go first. Seventh son will play obediently with old Furin." Chen Ruqia glanced over at Shen Yuanbo, and both her hands went up to her belly as she slowly exited from Rongjing Tang. The second household had sons, so they were looked upon highly by old Shen Furin. So what if she had the ability? Shen Yue was still a daughter. It would be good if she had a son. In the Shen residence, the things from the first residence would need to be fought over, and if she had a son, at least there would be equal shares. Not like now, letting the second household have all the advantage. Moreover, there was still a D son in the first household, even though he followed Shen to the border. Who knew if he would come back to fight for a share? After much thinking, Chen Ruqia raised her head and her eyes landed on the people heading towards the west courtyard. The young female was wearing a dark red embroidered dress, where before she always loved to wear brightly colored ones. In addition, with no parents at her side, she did not know how to dress up and would always portray an unsophisticated look. But now, the crimson color of the clothes made her complexion fairer. She obviously still had the same appearance, but one felt that she was much more solemn, and there was also an imposing air. Gu Yu softly said, "Young lady's health is not recovered yet. Why the hurry to head to the academy?" Since the health condition was already explained, the homework does not need to be completed in a rush. It would be better. "No," Shen Miao interrupted her words, "prepare the carriage immediately." They were clearly not harsh words, so Gu Yu did not know why she shivered and dared not ask more.